left.
Monsoon. Make it a monsoon.
You should not say these
called it.
things.
We can't move, right? That means we stay.
You can. It's just really horrible if you do. You get, like, automatic levels of exhaustion, and you can't see more than 5 feet in front of your face, and you can't use the canoes, which you're fine because you're not using canoes right now anyway.
Well, we're using them now as shelter from the tropical storm.
Yeah.
I think we abandoned them.
No,
No,
we
you
dragged the one, and one got put into a bag, apparently.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
because they just perfectly
I'm
fit in a bag of
definitely
holding.
under the one that's not in the bag.
Yeah. So yeah, Azaka will definitely recommend that you camp today and not press on. However, let's
see if we get attacked during the day, during the tropical storm.
Yeah, so everybody can roll 2d12 as you make no progress today. And I'm going to update it tomorrow so I don't forget to do that. Oh yeah, and Morale can roll for soul devouring.
Already did.
Okay, good.
Rolled the 2.
You can also, if you want to do any foraging today, you can spend the whole day foraging. It'll still be 1 roll, but I won't make you do it at disadvantage because you can spend a lot more time than usual doing it.
Well, don't we have all that snake meat?
Oh yeah, and yeah, if you stay where you killed the snake, you still have plenty of fresh. It's starting to get a little rank now, but
Well, we can purify it.
that's true. Morale can't find anything to eat. He's having trouble finding the snake.
My fur is all wet. I can't do much with my fur all wet.
Moldy steaks. Well, you know, with Purify Food and Drink, it's not tasty. You do not have a gourmet feast today, but you don't starve to death.
Mayonnaise on it.
Yeah, that's true. That helps it go down a little easier.
That's a liquid. Can we make tartar sauce?
Sure. That's mayonnaise, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I guess my drum and the lute doesn't help the mood.
Everyone's like, Zan, stop it!
It's the wet on the strings messing the harmonic up.
It is not a nice day at all. Let's see if tomorrow is better. But at least it's quiet. Apparently the rain keeps everything else away too, so you're not attacked by dinosaurs or zombies or anything else. The next day, we'll have intermittent Oh, and your rain catchers are all totally full. I mean, you're drinking until you slosh, and you still have full rain catchers. The next day, you can roll another soul devouring. And you can roll, well, Morale is going to do the survival check again, I assume. Unless someone wants to fight him for it. And everyone can roll 2d12 as you make your way over towards Orlunga. I can just delete that, I guess that'll be easier. Oh, wait, let me check something real quick on the other map before I tell you what happens today, because it could be one thing, it could be another thing. Okay. It's not that then. Good.
We need to find more stuffs.
You see a dinosaur. He looks like...
Well, it's not a T-Rex.
No. Can I... No, how do I... Oh, I guess I have to pull out his token and then I can zoom it. There we go. I should just leave it on these pages so I don't confuse myself. Wait, did he get pulled out? I don't see him on the map. It's like, no, you can't have one. I'm gonna... Oh, there we go. He looks like that. Kind of wet. You know, tromping through the very wet undergrowth, chewing on stuff as he goes along, and he kind of sees your party and... Well, walks up and starts following you.
That might be good.
Anybody good with handling animals? If not, I'll give it a try.
Not particularly. I can try, but
All
plus
right, I'd try and calm him and keep him.
There it is. Yeah, he doesn't seem that, he's not trying to kill you, but he, still seems pretty neutral towards you. Just following along. Oh. And Fulgrim kind of makes little dinosaur noises at it and holds out his hand with a particularly leafy branch. Um, and it trundles over and starts eating the leaves off of the branch, kind of butts him with his head.
I signal the others for whatever their intention is or for the dino.
Well, now we can put stuff on him.
He starts trying to like get into Fulgrim's pack. His head is almost, well, it is bigger than the pack probably, but he's still trying to nose his nose into it. He's sniffing everybody's crotch and doing dinosaur things.
Bet you we could sell this for a lot of money in Port Nyanzaru. But for now, keep him as a friend.
So yeah, he follows you for about half the day, and then kind of turns around and wanders off at some point. Tromp, 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 disappears.
Maybe we should have like put a leash on him.
He's a pretty big dinosaur, right? You'd have to have a pretty strong person to hold that leash. My friend just got dragged 2 blocks by her dog, and he's only 110 pounds. This dinosaur, probably a couple thousand.
We're coming up on Imbala.
It's too bad you don't have a druid in the
Can you
party.
tell us anything about it other than a village?
She hasn't been there in years. It used to be a big village, I think. Actually, let me just double check that. I'm pretty sure it used to be a big, bustling village.
Is it set up so that we can like stay in woods and look at the village and
it's on. No, you have to climb to get up there. It's very defensive, which is why it was such a uh, thriving village, even in the middle of all the undead and stuff that existed even before Rasni's the bad Yuan-Ti guy um, started stirring everybody up. Um, it's basically an 1,800-foot high cliff. Um, there's a narrow stairway cut into it that you can climb up. Um, it takes several miles of climbing basically, but walking. It's a narrow pathway that's carved up the side of the cliff. Um, but yeah, very defensive. You can just pretty much shoot anybody off of it, or knock them down with boulders and stuff. So it's pretty hard to sneak up on them.
well, we could climb up the side. Some of us could.
Um, it's not, you could climb it. It would be possible to do if you had, if you were very athletic and had a climbing
Well,
kit and 300 feet of
Four
rope.
of us have the climbing speed, so
Oh yeah, yeah, that would do it. Um,
After our last experience going up something that had a sharp drop off, I do not know if I am keen to repeat it.
there is something in Mrao's soul that's screaming, "No, no, don't climb the cliff." You're not quite sure what that thing is. You've never felt that way about climbing before.
well, we're not there yet, right? One more day.
Yes, you would reach it tomorrow. Oh, right, and a thing happens at night, too. I forgot about that. That should probably happen. Yeah, that's a dumb one. That's not going to happen.
If you guys weren't so scared of the people at the camp, they might have been able to help us out more with our map.
Didn't think of that, did we?
I did. You guys were the ones running away.
Feel free to go back.
Only several days back. So we come to another evening where nothing terrible happens. Tomorrow you will reach the cliffs of Imbala if you continue in this direction and don't get lost. So everyone can... Well, okay. You can forage if you want some extra food. You'll get enough... What was the rain today? The rain today was intermittent showers. So you will easily get enough for one person, 2 people. You'll get 4 gallons of water per rain catcher. Maka seems to be doing pretty well with the... Morale finds... I'm going to give you half a food. So Morale finds 1 pound of food, which is not quite enough to eat, but Maka makes up for it by finding 3 pounds of food. Zan is still trying to eat those leaves. Like, no, man, no. Let's see. Fulgrim finds a little food. Oh, Fulgrim actually is like, oh, you can eat these berries and these nuts, and if you combine it with these herbs here, you get a complete protein. It's fantastic. So everybody has plenty of food, plenty of water. The night is quiet. The next day dawns with a light rain, so you'll have a little more trouble getting water today. Rigsby doesn't die. And everyone can roll 2d12 to see what happens today as you reach Imbala. Oops. Stop grabbing the wrong thing. There we go.
Rolls. Comes the zombie T-Rex. Brush.
Let's see. There's got to be a map of Imbala, right? Is it M? Nope, there isn't. Okay. Is it called something else? No, there's just no map. Okay, fine. You never knew Mousebut could be so delicious.
If anything, we should climb this just so that we can get a good view of everything around us and maybe be able to expand upon our map, since it's, what, 17,000 feet in the air, you said?
1,800, not thousands. 18,000 feet would take a while to climb.
It's higher than we are now, though.
Yes, it is, you know, pretty high up there. It's almost a mile high. And it's actually, the climb itself is pretty easy. It just takes a long time. Takes about 3 hours? Is that right? That seems very fast.
The trip downward will be much quicker.
Yes, especially if you take the
We
Rigsby
do have
method.
a couple of flying familiars we can send up.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yep. So I'll send my owl up.
Me too.
Okay.
I think you lose connection with it after a certain amount of feet.
Oh, there is a distance thing, but I think the Warlock's familiar is at a better range.
Yeah, and you can, you know, they can, even if you're not looking through their eyes, they can still go and then come back and tell you what they saw, unless they get eaten.
Also,
I think the Warlock familiar is only good if you have the pact of the, whatever it is, of the familiar.
Yeah, you've got to have the right invocation.
Yeah.
right, I just have the pack of the tome, which allows me to cast some ritual spells. So
He grabbed Find Familiar.
Like Find
so
Familiar,
it's
yeah.
just as good as yours.
Oh, okay, so it's just a normal familiar. Oh, that's right,
Yeah.
because he said it was an owl. If it was a Warlock one, he would have come up or something.
Let's
With
see.
the imps and sprites and such vibes.
Right. So it can go as far away as it wants, you just can't communicate once it gets farther than 100 feet.
Correct.
So, yeah. So it'll fly up there, and maybe 20 minutes later, the familiars return. They have pretty similar tales to tell. They saw the path winding up the cliff face. Oh, okay. The first ascent takes 3 hours. That's why. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Oh, actually, have both familiars make perception checks.
browse, they get that advantage if it's sight based or
Yep.
sound based is the other one.
Yep. Oh yeah. So Rumford tells you something weird he saw up there. Um, there's some kind of shipwreck in the jungle up in a tree. Like, it's really confusing what he's telling you. Like, it makes no sense. But yeah, he saw a ship in a tree.
Sounds
Up in
cool.
the knowledge.
Um, he also saw like oh hmm. Zan blind,
Yeah, no kidding.
deaf, nothing. It's like nothing. I saw nothing.
He was busy looking for food, I guess.
Yeah, mice. There were all kinds of bats up there. Oh man, it was delicious. Um, so some things that they saw. You could see just a hugely large viewing area. You could see really far off in the distance. Um, to the southwest, you can see they're talking about some kind of floating island in the sky. In the west, to the west, they saw a ziggurat with a little description and talking to Azaka. She's like, "Yep, that sounds like Orlunga. That's where we're going." Um, let's see. Yes, they already told you about the shipwreck in the trees. Um, and it says that if you go up about 3 miles up this path, um, you'll find an actual staircase cut into the cliff. It's all carved with dinosaurs and flying lizards and erupting volcanoes. Somebody spent a long time decorating these stairs. They also mentioned that they didn't see any people. They just saw skulls. Lots of skulls. Gates with the um, the gateway with rotted and rusted gates just lying on the ground, and piles of skulls heaped up and in front of the gates. Other than that, they didn't see anybody in there.
I would relay all that to everyone else.
So something's collecting skulls. No, thank you. Not today, Satan.
It does seem somewhat foreboding.
Yeah, Azaka is definitely shaken when you relay this to her, because last time she was here, this was a village of a couple hundred people.
How long ago was that?
She thinks about it a little, and she's like, 8, 9 years? It's been a while. I don't usually come out this way.
Shipwreck in the trees, you say?
I'm very interested in that shipwreck.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
let me put you back on the player's map, and I will show you all the area that the owl saw.
Why didn't we think of this owl thing sooner?
Well, the people with the familiar should have thought of it.
I couldn't make an owl before recently.
So let's see, it's Oralunga. It's oh yeah, it's way over here. Basically right there. Delete please. Thank you. So right about there is where the floating island is in the sky. Um, they can't see the ground so much. They can just see kind of things that are up. The trees and leaves and all that kind of make it difficult to see, uh, anything in detail. But they can see things that stick up out of the area. Where is this other thing? Why can't I find it? It should be. This one, okay. Oh right. I sort of see. Oh, beyond the plateaus to the south. There it is. South and north are different directions, and that is why I can't find it. So the wreckage of this thing is down here to the south, which is completely different from north. So it's like way over here. Yep.
That's a far away from Vector.
Yeah, you were
that I figured.
About 12 days travel by this map.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12, 13, somewhere in there.
But we're going to the west, which is 6 or 7
Right.
first.
About 6, yeah. If you don't get lost and there's no tropical storms.
Well, we have owls. We can see above the tree lines and stuff. We shouldn't get lost, hopefully.
Well, it's not so much like you don't know which way to go. It's getting there, like not coming across impassable underbrush or you know sudden rivers and things like that.
So we're going to climb up and see what happened to this village?
No, not me. Feel free to go up though.
I say we investigate it.
I would
I
like
think
to
it's
keep my
dangerous,
skull.
but I think we should investigate it. I don't know.
I'm going to vote for yes, go up.
Okay. Um. All right then.
I think it was 3 that said yes, but 1 that said no. So there's 2 more people to chime in.
Why not?
Does Azaka want to go up and see?
She is willing to guide you wherever you want to go. She's not super comfortable with this. If something can wipe out a whole village, it's probably really dangerous.
Yeah, I'm with the Zaka. Come on, guys.
But it might not be there anymore.
They might have just run out of food.
Or waiting for more.
These skulls are definitely piled. People who run out of food don't then pile up their skulls.
So still only 3 people have voted in chat.
I think that's enough.
Okay. So it's actually not hard to climb the thing. The owl was not lying. It's a long walk and it's up.
We should be on the lookout for things like rolling boulders and stuff like that.
But yeah, you stay alert, but nothing terrible happens. You reach the stairs as described by the owl, and indeed, there's all kinds of beautifully decorated carvings in the walls, all kinds of different things that you find in the jungle. And it takes you about another hour to climb all those stairs, so it's midday, lunchtime by the time you get to the top. Um, and yeah, it's kind of a wreck. There's a gateway. There's no gate. The gates are lying on the ground. There's indeed piles of skulls, completely picked clean, grinning up at you. And these mounds are just towering on both sides of the pathway here.
Now that we're up here, can we take out our map and maybe fill in some of the area around us? We are at very high height.
You can see the area, yeah. Again, you can only see trees mostly. You can't see the things that the owl described, although it's really hard. Like, it takes you a lot of looking to be able to see that wreck. That owl must have really good eyesight. But you can sort of see the area you're in. I'll just clear up here. Oops. What am I... Deleted something I didn't mean to, but okay. I'm sure this will be fine.
This is a good vantage point to update our maps up.
Let's see if I can just do this. Nope, I can't. Of course not. Because Roll20 would rather be a jerk than help me out here. Alright, fine. Just give you some idea of the surrounding territory. Oh, nope. Alright, well then, that's actually fine. I didn't need the Camp Vengeance sign anyway. Alright, now I should be able to grab multiple of these. Awesome, cool. Much better.
Bull Skull Devourer makers?
No, I was just clearing up your map a little bit so you can see more of it. I'm not going to put you back on the map. You don't need to be there. You do need to be on this map. As you look around the village, used to be, you can see the, like, circles where all the huts used to be, but whatever was there is long since rotted away. There's just debris, rot, some soft wood, um, that's been here for a while, mushing away. Um, but it's definitely huge. Azaka's kind of poking through things, looking sad. Uh, Occasionally she'll be like, "Oh yeah, this is where so and so used to live. I remember him." Yeah. Um, you see one hut that still seems intact, kind of in the middle of everything, about 1,000 yards southwest of where you came in, just at the edge of a boulder field. It's kind of the edge of where this edge of the town ends. Um, Looks like thatch and animal hides stretched over the rib cage of, well, whatever it was. It was huge. Probably one of those giant dinosaurs you've seen. Um, it's pretty noisy. There's chimes, wind chimes, and then a bunch of bones and skulls and things, um, feathers, shells, all rattling together in the breeze. And there's smoke coming out of a hole cut in the side of the hut, or like the top.
Like from campfire.
Yeah, like a cooking fire or something.
Azaka, was there a leader of this village? Was
Well,
that their hut?
of course there was a leader of the village. There was a great king, but no, he lived in a compound in the center. I don't know what that is.
Well, shall we find
Well,
out?
gotta investigate it.
Okay. Um,
Do we want to sneak up on the hut, or do we want to
Me,
announce our intentions?
preferably.
I don't mind sneaking.
Well, then people with heavy armor should probably stay back.
Well, I'm in a chain shirt, so
Rao is sneaky. She isn't named. Oh wait, player handouts. Named NPCs. There she is. So sneaking up, you'll be able to peer through one of the, not cracks, that's not the right word, but one of the places where the hides don't really meet. And you'll see an old woman hobbling around inside the hut. Wait, that's not how I show her to you. Let me try that again. Show to players. Show to everyone. There you go. She doesn't seem to have noticed you. She's moving incredibly slowly. It's like almost painful with every step that she takes. She's hunched over. Um, she's, she can, when she's picking things up, you can see a trimmer in her hand. Yeah, looks like one old woman still lives in this once mighty village.
I'm guessing that if we're going to talk to her, it needs to be someone who speaks Chilton.
Well, I move back away and tell the people who didn't follow us what's in the hut. An old lady. Maybe Azaka can recognize her.
Let's see. Does Azaka know her? I don't know. Let's find out. Let me pop that out of the way and get Azaka back up and have her try to remember. She does not. She didn't know everyone. It's not like she lived here or anything.
But not like the leader or anything.
No, definitely not the leader.
Alright, well, I guess we can talk to her. I call out Chilton, hello, in the hut type thing.
Well, this is silly. She does not speak Chilton, except that she does, because that would be dumb. Um,
Azaka doesn't speak Cholton, and she's Cholton.
That's true. A lot of the native Chultans don't. But anyway, this particular one does. But she also speaks Common as well as some other languages. So she'll hobble very slowly out. It takes like 3 full minutes for her to get to the door of this tiny little hut. She pulls uh, the hide aside. Uh, she'll catch you, and she'll kind of peer out. She kind of squints one eye and squints the other eye, and turning her head both sides to try to see a little bit better. Eventually, she'll hobble up to you and kind of touch your face a little bit and go, "Oh, hello, visitors. Oh, hi there."
I'll touch her face then too.
She smacks your hand away. Show a
You
little
touched
respect there,
me.
Sonny.
You touched me.
Oh, easy, Weinstein.
What brings you up here? This isn't a place that gets many visitors.
We heard there was a big village up here.
Oh, there used to be, yes, yes. Many years ago, those horrible creatures came and ate everybody. But they didn't get me. Too stringy for them.
What horrible creatures would those be?
She spends a few moments describing them. You're pretty sure she's talking about Terra folk.
Oh dear.
She says, you should go kill them all so people can, good people can come back here and live safely once again.
Well, we've already killed a bunch, right?
No, kill all the ones here. Kill the ones here. Look, they're over there.
Do these ones have a big tower that they live in?
They nest in a cave. It's at the south side of this plateau. You have to climb. If you wanted to go there, you would have to climb down the sheer cliff face um, to get down there, as far as you know. That's the only way that you can see to get in there. Or you could fly if you had wings.
Well, if we have to climb down to get there, that means they can't throw us off something.
No, but they can attack us on our way down.
I'm gonna ask the old lady, how did you manage to survive?
I'm too smart for them and too stringy to eat.
Yeah, she told us before she just doesn't taste good.
Does it sound like she's talking the truth?
I was gonna say you can make an insight check.
So, do I sense anything from her? Can I tell if she's a spellcaster or that kind
You could also make an insight check to see if she's a spellcaster of some sort. Morale, you don't think that she is entirely telling the truth, or telling the truth at all. In fact, you're very suspicious of her. Zan, she just looks like an old woman. She doesn't seem to be magical or anything. Superstitious, maybe, but
I look at Maka and point at my head.
Ooh, yes.
She doesn't seem to be telling the truth in my head.
Yes, I was thinking, if the Terrafolk took people, why are the skulls here?
That would be a good question. Old lady, why are the skulls here if the Terrafolk took them? They tend to take their prisoners away.
no, they don't do
Eat
that.
them.
They just eat them right here. People couldn't fight against them. There were too many. I found all their skulls and I piled them up. I miss my friends. I talk to them sometimes.
That's
Pretend they're still here. Oop. Well, you weren't supposed to see that roll, but at any rate, um, you're pretty sure that she did pile them up, like,
Yeah, she's not lying
She's
about
not lying.
piling up the skulls.
and probably not about talking to them either. She does seem like the kind of batty old woman that would talk to a bunch of skulls.
Well, if you've survived up here for as long as you have, you must have tips and tricks or knowledge to share.
Oh yeah, I've got a little bit of craft myself. Yes, yes. I know when to hide. That's for sure.
So where are the Terrafolk exactly? Can you show us?
Oh, it's a long walk for these old bones. But if you'll kill them all, yeah, yeah, of course I'll show you. Getting rid of those horrible monsters would be worth it. Um, she hobbles very slowly. It takes forever to travel the like 1,000 feet. Um, she's got basically a move speed of 4 apparently. Um, but you kind of follow along behind her, and she takes you to the edge of the cliff, the southern lip of the plateau, and points downward. And she's like, "They're all down there, all the rotten little monsters."
She's standing on the edge of the cliff.
Um, not like on the edge. She's back maybe 10 feet or so, but towards the edge, yeah.
I have personally no desire to go near any drops that a Terrafolk might be able to take advantage of.
No, I do not like this at all.
All right, then we can head back down. We updated our map.
So don't you want to stay? And I can feed you dinner. You can take care of these
Insight.
horrible
Insight
things for
maps.
me. You're not going to leave an old woman up here by herself, are you? Oh, don't leave me alone. Take me with you. Or stay here. Keep me company.
What do I gather from her? No, take me with you. Stay for dinner.
Um, she seems really desperate to keep you here for some reason. Like, you don't think she's really scared of the Terrafolk? Uh, these bones are clean and old. They're not recent. She's obviously been here a long time since everybody died, and yeah, there's definitely stuff she's not telling you. What she is telling you, probably not true.
Yeah, get that plus the fact that she stacked the skulls. I don't like this old lady, you guys. I'll just say that out in the open. I don't like her. She gives me a Camp Vengeance feeling, if you know what I mean.
I know that I hear voices in my head, but this is creeping me out.
Sorry, I can't really hear you.
Sorry, this is just creeping me out quite a bit, and
Yeah.
I am already weird.
Right, so let's.
Sorry, old lady, but I think I will be on my way.
Well, come back to Old Nanny when you need something. I'll be here, and you'll be sorry.
Will I?
She kind of hobbles very, very slowly, eventually, back into her hut, and lets the hide leather drop behind her.
Does it look like there's rocks and stuff she can drop on us or start an avalanche if we start going back down the path again?
Um, make an investigation check.
I'll assist you.
Oh, well, not much of insistence, but you can tell. It looks like there was once, like there's an area, there are cleared areas that are obviously meant to do that, but whatever defenses used to be set up here are gone or used or missing.
I will relay that to everybody and say should be safe for us to go back down, even if she wants to attack us.
Hey guys, I have a better idea.
And that is?
What if we say we changed our minds? You changed your minds. I pretend that I didn't. Lure her out here again and push over this damn cliff. If we seem so worried about an avalanche caused by her.
I would need a little more evidence that she's evil before doing that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be up for that either.
Well, she stacked the skulls. She said we'd be sorry. That's a threat.
Nah, it can be interpreted as a threat or a foreboding, but I didn't see any obvious signs of
I'll
foul
search the,
for. She could just be bat crazy from living here by herself.
I'll search the bones and see if they look like they have teeth marks in them.
How does an old woman survive up here by herself without assistance or food? Who gets her food?
Let's see. So you can make a survival check to investigate the bones. Also, I only read half of the village description, so I'm going to read the rest of it now because I forgot the rest. You know, columns confuse me apparently. Um, moving through the village, there are a few things that's still intact. It's not just her house. The other things that are still intact is one cistern, filled with very murky, scummy water, um, and one, I don't know what you would call it, a platform or a stage almost kind of thing that still looks like it's made out of stone, so it's still intact. Looking at the bones, yeah, those are definitely tooth marks on them. Um,
Do they look like terror folk?
Okay, guys,
Tooth marks.
terror folk have beaks.
yeah,
right?
they don't look like beak marks. They look like tooth marks. Something has
She is
chewed them.
lying. She is going over this cliff. Who's with me?
Do they look like old lady teeth marks?
Um, they look like mammalian tooth marks. You can tell that much.
Okay, mammals or
Not
beasts.
lizard.
Over the cliff.
What? Some mammals are beasts. It could be a cow. You don't know.
I call into the hut. Why do these bones look like you have eaten them?
Uh-oh.
You don't get an answer, but you do hear a weird, squishy rumbling noise behind you, and you can roll initiative while I deal with that.
Sounds great.
Doop-doop-doo-doop-doo. So it is coming from behind you. That's only medium? Huh, okay. And I feel like there's something else here. Is there something else here? No. Okay, cool. Alright, so she is in her hut, which is in front of you. I should put a hut here. I have a pretty good hut. Here we go. Oop, hey, come here. There we go. Very small hut. That's fine. There. Okay. Good. So behind you, rising from the dirt, you see a fleshy, stitched together creature stumbling forward towards you.
Oh, good.
The flesh golem.
I'm sure it's fine. He probably just wants to be friends and invite you in for tea.
Climb up the cliff, they say. It'll be fun, they say.
Who's he gonna go after? It looks like Mucka and Rosencrantz are pretty close. So he's gonna go after Mucka. So this thing stumbles towards you and just starts beating you with its fists. Hard.
Well, I'm down, that's for sure.
Yep, so they pound against your shell and you crumple to the ground. Morale.
Well, I need to go up to the hut to see what she's doing.
Yeah, she's inside the hut.
My short
The door is
swords-
closed.
Well, they're just hides on the wall, right?
Oh yeah, you can
Push the doors.
pull them open. It's no problem. But you can't. I was just saying you can't see into the hut without opening
Right. I'm gonna go down there and focus on her, I guess.
it. Okay, yeah,
I
she's
get
standing
close
there.
enough to attack.
Yeah, yeah.
I will bonus action hunter's marker and then use the short sword on her.
Okay.
And miserably. I'm dead.
Okay. Oh yeah, that even misses her. Fultgrim.
Okie dokie. Smash.
Okay, your Warhammer is just a Warhammer, right? Not a magic one or an adamantine one or anything like
Yep.
that. Yeah. You slam into it, and its flesh just pops back out into, like into a perfectly smooth and healed. Well, not perfectly smooth. It looks disgusting, but it doesn't look like it's damaged it at all.
Weapons
No.
are useless.
No.
Zan.
No, this is a lovely development. Oh, let's see. Little bag of tricks. Guess I'll throw a magic missile on the flesh golem.
Okay. You can do that. So you can do it from the. Oh, there you go. Okay, that works too.
Plus
Yeah.
3 12 damage.
Plus 1 to each of those.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
12 total. That definitely does hurt it. It does not seem to be immune to magic missiles. Oops, forgot Azaka's initiative. Let's stick her in there. Oh, she should be going right now. Okay, so she's gonna run up, stop being stunned, run up behind it, and start slashing at it with her scimitar, and realize
Hopefully
that she
magical.
cannot hurt it.
No.
And now it will be Sorsha's turn.
Okay, I have no idea if this will. I move up and I say, look at my
You broke up when you were talking.
Yeah, couldn't hear you there. Oh,
look into my eyes. Focus on the flames. I've no idea if this will work on a golem.
Is it a charm person?
This is an enchanter special ability.
it just looks at you with these completely dull, dead eyes. It seems to have no effect.
Oh dear.
You
Oh,
need
well,
a charm.
it was worth a
Good
try.
to know.
Yep.
You're finding out all kinds of things it's immune to. Rosencrantz.
Okay, as my main action, I will freak out and try to medicine check Mecha.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, not
Oh,
good.
shit. Okay, and then feline or bonus action disengage, and then feline agility the F out of here
Uh,
for 60 feet.
let's see.
Feline agility is not a bonus action.
Yeah, no, I know. I was looking up something else, because I couldn't remember something, and I don't have my player's handbook handy. Does anything bad happen if you do real bad on a medicine check?
You mean in
That's not like a miss by
attack
5
mode?
kind of
No,
thing.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
I didn't
So
think so
it-
either.
it
That was a
happens.
3-5 rule, and I was trying to remember if it still existed or not. Maka, you can make a death save. Oh, yeah, no, that's not how you do that. Nanny. Okay. She has got a tabaxi in her face. She would not like that. She is going to disengage. Oh no, she's not even going to bother doing that. She's going to turn invisible is what she's going to do. You can still hear her in front of you, but you can't see her. And I put her... There we go. That's how I make her invisible. And 10, 15, 20. You see the back wall of the...
Invisible is bad.
The back wall of the hut open and then close again. And you think she's probably outside somewhere. Alright, it's Fleshy's turn. Fleshy has 3 tasty targets. And it's gonna go for Fultgrim. 1, 2. However, Fultgrim's armor rebuffs its slamming. And it's Azaka's turn again. She is going to turn into a tiger. You're sure this is fine?
We've already seen it.
You have, yeah. She's
Hopefully now she's McGaggle.
still not going to talk about it, but she will be a tiger now. Meow.
Well, I shout out. She disappeared and ran out the back. I will move over to here and I will shoot at the flash gun.
Okay.
Not magical.
Okay. It sticks into it and doesn't seem to bother it at all.
Oh, I'm done.
Fultgrim.
On their turtle partner.
Okay, Maka, you feel so much better now.
Thank you.
And, oh right, dex save. Flesh Golem's well known for their high dexterity. He does get advantage. That doesn't help him. And he takes... Yep, nothing else helps him. So yeah, that looks like that actually hurt him pretty badly. Zan.
So he's still up?
Oh yeah. I mean, he's taken a couple of hard hits, but he doesn't look too damaged. Even if he bled, you would not call him bloodied yet. However,
That's
doing that to
bullying.
him, that's not going to feel great. Okay.
9 damage?
Yep, that hurt. Now you might describe him as bloodied. You might not. That might be optimistic.
Weak rolls.
Sorsha.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that my rapier is going to hit it, so I'm sadly going to be using a ranged attack at it with disadvantage.
Okay.
So,
Ooh. But you have learned something else about it. It's
its armor class is only a 10.
well, actually, that is one thing that you've learned about it. Yes, is that a 10 will hit it, and it will
Okay.
let out this horrible groan, scream, shriek thing, and like hold its arm up against the flames as they crackle around him. He looks very unhappy,
No, like fire.
and he looks
Good to
5 points hurt, which is also good to know. Rosencrantz.
Okay, with my passive perception, do I notice Nanny Poo Poo's, I don't know, foot tracks or breathing or crickety?
You can, yeah, you know what square she's in. You know she's there. Or you can hear something around there anywhere. Anyway. You can't see her anyway because she's on the other side of the hut from you. Luckily,
I'll just
everything
move
else here is
30
burned
feet.
down. Yeah, let me move Rash and Gar. I'll put them in the canoes. There we go.
Okay, and then pull my short bow out and hold my action, and that's it. Oh, if something attacks me, that's it.
Okay, Maka.
Alright, first I will stand up.
Yep.
I will use my action to disengage. I will use my movement to move to over here. And I will cast Hex on the golem, targeting its spring.
Okay. Alright, let's see. It is Nanny's turn. That is an action. Oh, I made a mistake.
Minor assist.
You actually have no idea what square she's in. It seems as if her passage is being masked by her magic. So she is definitely not in that square. I don't know where
Oh.
she is. Definitely not there.
I'll move back then, since I had no idea.
Take
Yeah.
your 0 movement turn to recharge.
Um, at any rate, she's gonna cast a spell, I suppose. I wonder if that's actually gonna work. We'll find out.
But when she casts the spell, do we get to see her again?
Yes. Well, Zan does. Nobody else does. So
That
Zan.
means Zan's gonna get messed up.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is not your wisdom save there. You do not have to make a 0 wisdom save.
But make a wisdom
Oops.
save all the same.
Yes. I'll figure out what the actual DC is supposed to be. It is supposed to be 12. As she. Oh yeah, no.
No.
So you will take. She
If
will
only the target was 0.
say something in Chilton. You don't even know what it is, but it sounds really rude. You take 2 psychic damage, and you'll have disadvantage on your next attack. You see that she is right. Oh wait, I guess I should just bring her back. Put her on the token layer. So you can see she briefly becomes visible and ducks back into the hut. So now you can't see her again because she's inside. And then it's Fleshy's turn, and he is going to probably keep beating Fulgrim, but let's just see if he chooses a different target. But no, he's going to keep beating Fulgrim. Oh no, okay, that's not relevant. Okay, 1, 2. The second one will manage to actually hit pretty hard and smash him for 14 bludgeoning damage in the face.
Ouch.
It is Azaka's turn. Oops, I think actually I can't. I shouldn't use the Were Tiger token because I think hers are actually different. Yeah, look at that. So she's going to try to bite it twice. And while she's ripping into its flesh and tearing it, it doesn't, like, it just seems to be regenerating immediately, and her bites have no effect on it. Wow.
Well, I heard something from south. I heard Zan maybe take damage, but he didn't say where she went, so I will come up here
Tried yet, so I haven't been able to.
and say Cure Wounds on Fulcrum.
Okay. And then it will be Fulgrim's turn, as he feels 5 points better.
Take you on my feel like part turn.
Oh, wait. Is that right? Let me check something real quick. His second... Oh, yeah. No, even with disadvantage, he hit. Okay, yes. Right, dex save for him.
That's it.
Oh, wow. Oh, no, it was already the end of his turn. Okay, so unfortunately, he had 19. He manages to avoid the Sacred Flames, and it will be Zan's turn. So,
Alright,
Zan, you know that she is in the hut somewhere.
Yep, I'll yell at the melee guys who can't touch the flesh golem. She's in the hut. Go for the eyes. And then I'll magic flesh golem.
Okay.
Don't get disadvantage on that one. Ha 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 ha.
No, there's no disadvantage on a magic missile. Sadly. But
Again, namely.
there is a very tiny number. That's actually average, isn't it?
Yeah, fine.
And it will be Sorsha's turn.
You can put a +3 at the end of it too.
Yeah.
When you're rolling 3 die 4.
Okay,
Ooh.
and this is done with disadvantage like last time, but 13
Doesn't
shouldn't
matter.
be.
Yep. Again, it cowers and... Brrrr! Oh yeah, now it's definitely attacking Sorsha. I should have remembered that. It's very unhappy.
I will very likely be casting shield.
Rosencrantz.
Did I see Nanny Poo Poo go back in the hut?
You heard her go in the
Zan
hut.
yelled it.
Yeah,
I
and
yelled
and
at
Zan
her,
also yelled
too.
about.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Okay, feline agility. Is the door of the hut open?
No, it's just hide, so it just falls shut. It doesn't stay open.
Ah, that changes things.
It's just like a leather curtain.
Okay, so feline agility, 45 feet that way.
Okay. Kitty zoomies.
Can I use my action to pull the curtain down?
Oh, like to completely rip it off? Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
could
I'll
do
do
that.
that, and
Yeah.
then the rest of my movement this way.
Okay. You can see Nanny Poo Poo looking very surprised.
Haha. That's my turn.
So yeah, now hold on. I'm gonna make a little mark there so that I remember the door is open. There you go. You got a big hole in the hut like that.
The door is ajar.
Yes. Maka.
Alright, I will take 2 steps back that way.
It's really
over
not that
here,
big. It's like
Like over here, and I will Eldritch Blast
that
the
big.
flesh golem.
Oops. Okay. Sadly, you have found a number that will not hit him.
Alright, well, that is my turn.
And it will be...
Quick question. Would
Yes.
I be able to have my familiar go in and try to give in a disadvantage for the attack?
That is the first attack that's happened since Maka said his owl was going to give help on the flesh golem. So he did have advantage on that one.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is the firebolt.
'Cause the
I
other
had
one was
forgotten
a
about that,
magic
yes.
missile and a firebolt.
You are... no, well, it would have happened on the firebolt. Because the firebolt's an attack roll, too.
Firebolt. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Sorry, that is an attack.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I'd be able to give
that's true.
disadvantage on the golem, though, right? With my familiar?
You can give someone else... Yeah, on your turn you can give the next person
Say
advantage.
before you attack.
Well, is it disadvantage or advantage?
No, you give someone else advantage. Or you can give him disadvantage when he attacks. Yes, that is also a thing it could do.
Okay, I'll give him disadvantage.
It can distract.
Yes.
Okay, now it's Nanny's turn. She is not happy about having this hole in her tent, and she is going to turn invisible again. Yep. And those of you who can see through the tent, you can see a flap opening in the back again, but that's all. You can't hear or otherwise sense any of her movements, because I remember that is her special ability. And it's Fleshy's turn. He is really pissed at Sorsha, and you could tell he's just like going crazy at this point.
Okay.
Oh, wait, actually, let's see how crazy he's going.
He might not attack Sorsha.
Well, no, he's still attacking Sorsha, but he still looks in control of his facilities. So he's just going to hit her twice with disadvantage. 1, 2. 9s don't hit you. So, he's still trying to hold up one arm in front of his eyes, and it makes it really hard to hit you. However, he finally lowers his arm, and it's Azaka's turn. She listens, and she disengages and runs this way. There we go. And it's Morale's turn.
Kitty, run down to here.
Okay.
Now, prepare my longbow in case somebody pops out of invisibility.
Okay, Fulgrim.
Keep going at it.
Okay, 1 dex save for him. With advantage. Oh boy, yep, that advantage sure did help him. He will be burned by the holy lights. Oops. And then it will be Zan's turn. He's looking injured.
Alright, so as my bonus action, I'm going to pop my blade singing ability.
Okay.
Which improves my AC and my movement speed. Gonna get up here. And with my action, I will use Green Flame Blade,
Okay.
which is a magical attack.
Yep.
Get to roll.
And I'm guessing it's probably going to take another 18 months before I remember what Green Flame Blade does. But an 8, still going to
Well
miss. Sorsha.
Okay, I'm going to go with the same as last time. So, advantage, we firebolt.
You have also found a number that will miss him.
Yep,
That number is 8.
it's always a risk.
Rosencrantz.
Okay. A fire in her hut.
There is,
So
yeah,
that's
there's a fire
okay.
burning in the, like, in the center area there. Little fire.
Yeah, I just put the thing in the chat.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
It's
still not going to
fire.
remember it 30 seconds later. It is fire,
Okay,
that's right.
It is, but only to the adjacent creature, unless you.
Okay.
Oh, until you're higher level, yeah, 5th level.
Can I set her hut on fire?
It's...
As my
You can start burning some of it. It's leather, so it's not gonna, like, burst into flames like it would if it were... Oh, but you know what? The ceiling is thatch. So, yes, you could put the roof on fire if you wanted to. That'd be pretty easy.
Okay, that's my action then.
That
I'll
would take 1 turn.
bonus action dash
One
out.
firebolt could have done that too.
It's probably pretty wet though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but it will definitely start burning from the inside. Where is my fire? Where have I hidden it? I put it over here. And then it's Maka's turn.
Alright, I'll have room for aid me. Shooting 5 gold on fast.
You were very, very low.
Indeed.
But that's okay, because I heard it, and that is advantage blast, 12 points of damage. He looks unhappy. Definitely looking hurt now. Like maybe won't live too much longer. Maka. Oh wait, no, that was Maka. Manny. Alright. Where are you hiding? Okay, great. Let's move a little bit. Oh, hey, that hut seems to be on fire. She does not want to hide in there. 10, 20, 30, she will reappear. So, yep, Morale's ready to action will go off. Ow, and that will hurt
And
her.
I do have the hunter's mark on her still from
Yep.
the start.
You do? Yeah, boy, wow, that really hurt. Nothing she can do about it except be in a lot of pain. 14 points of damage. Else then she will viciously mock you. Boop. And that's a 12, not a 0.
Right.
And okay, fine. She will yell at her fleshy baby to attack. And he will.
He's already doing that.
He's going to attack Sorsha with oh no, not with disadvantage this time.
Well, my owl would be
Oh, okay,
doing
so
the
disadvantage on the first one then, which is lucky for you, and regular on the second one, so you only take 26 bludgeoning damage.
I'll shield the second one.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, that'd be no. Shield wouldn't let her get to 22 armor class. So yep.
So yeah,
I'll
Sorsha
be
is...
thankful that it wasn't a crit.
And actually, before that happens, I forgot to do the thing that is supposed to... Okay, but nothing else happens. So yes, only 26. Azaka has heard... Annie's over here. 10, 20, 30,
So we
40.
got 1 hit point left.
But she still can't get up
I have
there.
one.
Oh boy.
I'm glad I didn't manage that.
Got javelins. though,
Yes.
right?
Does she have a... she's got something though. Right, she does have a ranged attack. She has a longbow, is what she has. However, she seems to be really incompetent at it. You'd think it'd be super easy to hit an old lady who's hobbling around, though she's moving much faster than she was earlier.
Actually, hold on. She's in her cat form. She can't use a longbow.
No, she's not a cat. She's a hybrid. She's a humanoid tiger.
And my longbow shot on this, I'm sure.
Yes. And then it's Fulgrim's turn.
I'm just just going to pop something up just to read it.
Okay.
Okay, I don't need to read it, so I'm doing it. So Maka, I'll start with Sorsha. Uh, with 15 hit points, do you get all the way to half your hit point, or is it beyond your half?
Would that have been more than half?
I think you
Okay,
need.
let me know how
I
much
would
you need
need
to get to half.
12 points to get to half.
So I'm going to give 3 points to Maka,
Thank you.
and of course Sorsha up to half.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, free action. I'm going to kick the golem. That's it.
It just looks at you with its dead eyes. And it's Zan's turn.
Now, just clarification, because it is still a cantrip, I can still deal damage with it, even if it counts as a regular attack, right? Green Flame Blade?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Oh, wait. Oh, you
Yeah.
mean,
It
do.
just makes your melee attack magical with the extras.
Let's see. You must make a melee attack with a weapon on a hit. Second takes fire equals spellcasting. So yeah, I don't think it makes your attack magical. I think it just makes the fire part magic. But there is no second creature to be fired. And you're not 5th level yet. So I think no Green Flame Blade will not do anything to this guy.
Alright, well, the other thing I can do is...
Although if you want to hit one of your friends, then the Green Flame Blade could jump to the Flesh Golem and then... Oh, okay.
Let's
Or you
make a
could just...
saving throw.
Also, you could have Frostbite him, I suppose. Con save. With advantage. Oh, come on, dude. You had advantage. He will take 1d6 cold damage, so go ahead and roll that. 3.
Plus, he has disadvantage on one attack, and my owl disadvantage second attack.
Okay, Sorsha.
Alright, I'm going to take the risk of... There will be a bonus action to second weapon.
Okay.
And then I will firebolt with disadvantage.
Oh!
If only I had advantage.
Yes.
What is the other owl doing?
I think
Yeah,
that was
we
helping
got
the
last
person.
turn.
Yeah. Rosencrantz.
Okay. Bonus action dash. I'm gonna grapple her.
Okay. Sure. She's gonna try to avoid that. She is surprisingly strong. Oh, gosh! However, she's so surprised that she just, she thinks she's getting a hug, and she kind of hugs you back, and then it's too late. She's in your grip.
Gozaka!
And it's Maka's turn.
Alright, I will move down to here. My familiar will assist me, and I'll blast the golem.
Okay. Yeah, you sure will. Let's see, 7 points of damage. That hurts him. And it will be Nanny's turn. So she is going to turn invisible, but she can't break your grip. So you're still holding her, you just can't see her.
Hugging some air over there.
Yeah. And it looks really weird, like Rosencrantz has, his arm wrapped around something. But, yeah. Flesh Golem. Alright, you get a d6. And nothing terrible happens, except for him trying to eat Sorsha some more. So 2 slams with disadvantage. 1, 2. A 19.
I'm going to cast Shield.
Okay, so his fist slams against your shield, and it's Azaka's turn. So she is going to attempt to claw or bite or one of these things. Yeah. She doesn't really want to bite that woman. She's kind of icky. So a couple of claws. 1, 2. Um, with disadvantage, unfortunately, because she's invisible. But one will still hit her.
You forgot the tiger scream.
Ah! Oh, and hey,
Nice.
it's Morale's turn.
Does the invisibility fade when she gets hit?
Nope.
Well, then I miss by a mile.
Yep.
I'm done.
You gotta be real careful not to hit Rosencrantz, you know? It is Fultgrim's turn. He is standing next to a nearly dead flesh golem. Man, those things are expensive to make. I can't believe y'all are just destroying it like that. 13 deck save. Yep, it just stands there while it is surrounded by flickering flames of holy light. Ouch. Zan.
Alright, I'm gonna do same thing. Frostbolt. Frostbite, sorry.
Okay, that's con save with advantage. This time, he's like, oh yeah, I remember. I don't get hurt by cold. Poof.
Alright. Oh well, worth a shot.
And you're familiar?
Disadvantage.
Okay. Sorsha.
Okay. A firebolt with disadvantage. Oh, I'm really missing with this disadvantage.
Yep. He's like, nope. I'm gonna eat your face now. Rosencrantz.
Oh well.
You have still got Nanny in one of your arms.
Would Azaka have moved around to get close enough to...
Oh yeah, I forgot to actually move her.
Alright, that'll make a difference for his sneak attack.
But yeah,
How far am I from the
she's
cliff?
right there. From here, oh, it's about 1,000 feet.
Dang it.
Should just cast fly on herself on the way down.
You hear a voice going, "Oh no, don't throw me over the cliff. That would be awful." In common, because she does speak it.
You know what? I'll do a shove.
Okay, are you shoving her to the ground?
Yes.
Okay. She is going to try to not let you do that. Where is she? She's on the GM info overlay, that's why. Stop rolling ones, lady! Yes, you can't see her, but you can hear well, you can't even track her progress. You can only feel, because you're holding on to her, that she is now on the ground, and you're kind of standing on her with one foot so she can't get up either.
And I tell Azaka that, and that's my turn.
Maka.
Alright, I will move a little bit further down. My owl will assist me, and I will Eldritch Blast the golem again.
Okay. So with advantage, yep, that will finally burst something in his chest, and he stops moving and crumples into a heap of flesh and gooey bits. And it will be Nanny's turn. She's invisible. She enjoys being invisible. She likes that. She is gonna try to break your grapple. And she's gonna do pretty badly. Yep. She struggles, but you hold her in place.
I'm surprised he didn't use the acrobatics.
Oh, he didn't.
No, Rosencrantz lift.
Alright,
He
Asaka.
didn't skip his arm days.
Asaka is going to try to, let's see, so this is straight attacks because prone plus invisible. 1, 2, both of them will hit. 7 plus 9 is 16. You can't see Nanny, but you can see the puddles of blood that are forming underneath her. And then it's Morale's turn.
Moved here and pull out my short swords after I drop my longbow.
So with straight rolls, no.
Jeez, what am I doing? I am done.
She doesn't seem to be wearing any armor, but yeah, she's a tough old lady. Fultgrim. Oh yeah, and this fire is spreading. I forgot about the fire. It should be like that big by now. There we go. Whole roof is on fire now.
Okay, I'm using my small legs to go towards her.
Okay. Oh, you can't see her. She's invisible.
I'll read it.
Yep. Zan.
All right. I'll move that square with my 40 movement, and since I have line of sight, I'm gonna throw a dart.
Okay. So this is disadvantage. One dart.
It's a shame you can't get double disadvantage.
Well, it's good for him. He can't get double disadvantage. That will miss. And Sorsha.
Alright, I'm just going to be there, at which point I'm like, hey guys, what's going on?
Yeah, you see Rosencrantz is standing with one foot in the air for some reason.
You're pointing right where Rosencrantz is holding something. Invisible.
Alright. Anyway, it took me a dash action to get
Okay, Rosencrantz.
anything else. And with a 15 insight, I figure out where they're pointing.
Yes.
Now he's got the mega advantage with the sneak attack. Bam, bam.
Well, you still don't get sneak on an invisible opponent because you have disadvantage and advantage canceling each other out, which does not help with an 8 and a 6 anyway. No, that's a 17 and a 10. The 17 will hit. You will do 8 piercing damage to her. She will be hurt.
You get the sneak from the people around it, though, don't you?
No, you never get sneak if you have disadvantage for any reason.
Ah.
Even if it's, canceled out. It's different than the other thing.
Did the 8 points kill it, though?
Oh no, well, you can't tell. But there's definitely blood dripping, but she's still squirming around. She seems like she's still got strength and life left in her, and it is Maka's turn.
My owl will kind of fly right out over here, avoiding the fire. I'll move a little bit further down, and I'll try an Eldritch Blast with triple disadvantage.
Yes. It's a good thing there's no such thing as triple, and even with triple disadvantage,
No hex though.
pew pew, right underneath Rosencrantz's foot for 7 force damage. Alright, it's Nanny's turn. She is going to try to... she's going to try to break free of this grapple is what she's going to do. She's getting a little stronger now. A little more desperate. Rosencrantz? Oh, pfft. Fine. She is going to call out, "Ow, ow, you're hurting an innocent old lady. Stop it. You're so mean. Please let me go and I can help you." Azaka is not going to listen. She seems incredibly angry for some reason. Gosh, I wonder why. And with disadvantage, she's going to keep clawing. Or, no, straight rolls. One of them will hit. And you see more blood seeping into the ground. It's starting to get hot here, like with all these flames. Wow.
Oh my god.
No, those.
That's amazing.
Morale decides to walk over and pick up his longbow again.
Fulcrum. Fulcrum, you there?
I think he fell asleep from all that battling.
Okay, I'm going a little south and then shoot javelin.
Okay. So throwing a javelin with disadvantage on the poor innocent old lady who's begging you to please stop killing her. Yeah.
With 17 disadvantages.
Yeah, so that unfortunately will miss. Well, fortunately for her, and it will be Zan's turn.
Alright, So she's begging and pleading for us to stop.
She is.
He ate the people.
Move up to there. There. To block off her
can't believe her concentration has been that good to keep that invisibility going all that time.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh yeah, I forgot she should be making concentration rolls. Let me do a couple here.
I thought you were just
That might
making
make a
this one.
difference.
Well, honestly, until you said it, I was like, oh, it's an ability. She doesn't make concentration rolls, and then I remembered what is actually written on her ability, and she does make concentration rolls. So I had, in my mind, I had negated the fact that she needed them, but she does need them. So
Oh, so it's not just normal
Oh.
invisibility?
no, it's not. It's a special invisibility, but it doesn't matter because it broke.
But because it's
Um,
a special ability, she can just keep doing it with the annoying.
There we go. But you can see her now. So let's see. Zan came running up and realized that she's actually visible, and everyone else has been having their eyes closed this whole time. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
Well, morale would have missed anyway.
I would have
Yes.
missed every single short sword shot anyway.
Yeah, you would have still missed. All right, if she's laying there on the ground squirming, I'll use my bonus action to ask her how she could help, and then get into a ready action.
Yes. Just, oh, I have knowledge. I can trade it for you. I can help you all if you are hurt by this terrible curse. I can bring you back. I have ways. And it's Sorsha's turn.
Yeah, I don't trust her ways. So I'm going to move up there. Lord Rapier.
With advantage
Hopefully
this
with good
time.
advantage.
Yes.
If it's going to take her down, I am actually prepared to do non-lethal, but I'm not going to stop attacking her.
Well, that didn't take her down. She's looking very hurt, but more hurt than just 8 points. I mean, less hurt than 8 points would take her down. Rosencrantz.
Okay, I tell her, hey, I can bring you back too. I'll eat you and you'll come back as a turd.
Oh gosh,
I
well.
think that's gonna do it.
7
Lethal
plus
damage.
2 is 11, plus 7 is 18, plus 9 is 27, plus 6 is 33, and 44. Oh yeah, she is a greasy smear on the ground. It's pretty gory.
I spit on her.
Darn, she could have taught me spells.
Now it's even worse.
Why, guys? Why?
I don't know. She mocked you. She tried to mock me. I don't think she could have taught you any spells. She was a bard.
Let's see. Yep. The hut is burning merrily. It's definitely on fire.
Excellent.
There is nothing in the hut that is valuable. Yep.
Do you want to take the flesh golem in your bag? Maybe somebody will want to buy it in town as a curio.
Yeah, unfortunately, it
you
is
can sell
not in a treasure thing, so basically that's just a bag of flesh. It's gross.
I'm just saying.
Don't eat it.
I mean, unless you guys want to eat it, then sure.
Yeah, don't eat it.
We should probably move it into the burning hut so that it gets burnt a little bit more. Just in case.
Oh, by the way,
I
I'm
will
gonna
do
move
that.
Okay. What was that?
He's going to move away from the burning
Yeah.
hut.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the flesh golem has been moved into the burning building. It's slowly catching on fire. The rain is kind of putting things out, but the heat is enough that it's still going, even with the rain falling on it. It's just not really spreading too much anymore.
Alright, there's terrafolk near here. Well, she said there's terrafolk. There might not be any at all.
So they're probably the good guys, right?
You weren't the good guys before. They've never been the good guys. They're the guys that come at you from the sky and try and kill you.
They throw you off the 300-foot tall tower. Yes, yes, those guys.
Well, the people that got thrown off aren't here, so.
Yeah, true. But some people witnessed it. I'm sure they still have nightmares.
I wasn't able to save them.
So we're not messing with the terrafolk today?
I have no problems with going after them if they're there.
I would rather not climb down the wall, but if they come after us, I would be more than willing to dispatch them.
Well, I think rather than climbing down the wall, we need a better plan for getting to them, but I'm prepared to go after them.
Well, you can shoot fire into their hole and they might come at us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
If
you
you
did
stare at it.
say search,
Well,
search,
they're
search.
hunting on
So
fire. They're attracted to fire, right? Maybe they're come to us right now.
They're down off the side of the cliff somewhere.
yeah. So you're searching around the village. Go ahead and make search checks. Uh,
Perception.
Investigation.
Or
make
inquiry.
investigation because there's a couple of things that you can find that you'll need to interpretate. Interpretate? Whew, that's a word. Um, right. So Maka and Zan both find things. Maka, you're kind of moseying around, and you notice the cistern seems to have it's made out of bricks, but it also has a pile of bricks next to it. You don't see any bricks missing from it. You just see a pile of bricks next to it. Maybe someone was fixing it. Maybe something else was going on. Definitely seems suspicious to you. And Zan, as you're searching around, um, you find a small chimney, like natural stone chimney kind of thing, leading down um, into the ground. Looks like a pretty smooth, like a not smooth like glassy, but smooth like a smooth shot, like a lava tube kind of thing. Looks like it goes down further than you can see or hold a light in, but it seems to go down to the area where Nanny described the Terrafolk cave.
All right. Can I send my owl down to investigate?
Oh yeah, of course you can. Owls have dark
So
vision,
my
right?
16 didn't find anything.
No. Um, owls have dark vision. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Hearing, insight, dark vision.
Make a stealth check for your owl. Good enough. It will come back after. Actually, you can still hear it because it's not 100 feet away yet. Um, so it says it's the passage doesn't get any wider. It's comfortable for your owl, but a creature going down there, a turtle could definitely not go down there. A human could squeeze down there if they're not wearing any kind of armor or anything. But it goes down and drops into the back of a cave where it sees some terrafolk, and it will tell you what that number is. It has to think
38.
real hard because it's an owl, but eventually it tells you there's 8 of them.
As a familiar, it's got natives. So
It can count. It's like 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. It's 8.
I'll go over to the cistern with the pile of bricks and see if I can find out where the bricks came from.
I'll try and like uproot them, see if there's anything underneath.
Yeah, it looks like the cistern is pretty deep. It looks like it's been really dug in there. Um, so you can sort of like, well,
I'll
it's
climb down.
really deep. I mean, it's filled with water. You can still go in it. It's just you'll be wet. You'll have to hold your breath.
I
Um,
cast light on one of the bricks and drop it in.
okay. Problem is not so much that it's dark. It's that it's murky. It's like obscured, like seen through a smoke cloud. The water here is kind of gross.
Anybody have purify food and water?
I don't think that would do 40 foot deep of 15-foot diameter. That's a lot of. I don't even. I'm not even going to figure out the volume of a cylinder 15 feet in diameter and 40 feet deep, but it's probably more than purify water does.
yeah, that is a lot.
Prep for an hour so I can jump in.
Okay. Jumping in with a lit brick, you can make a. You can make a perception check. Yeah. And you are looking for a specific thing, so I'm giving you advantage on it, which is good, because you can't see anything. Like, it's just dark. It's just, oh, the green stuff's getting in your eyes. It's really gross. But you're feeling around with your hands, and you feel a hole in the wall. Feels like somebody's pulled bricks out here. And inside, reaching in, you feel there's a bag.
Ooh, a bag. Throw it out and swim back up to the top.
Okay. Maka bursts out of this filthy water, carrying a bag. And now that you look down in it, yeah, you realize that this bag is made out of human skin. Um,
Hmm. I.
How many of us are human anyway?
Yeah, I
oh
don't think
yeah,
that repulses many of us.
that's true. You all would be much more repulsed if any of you were human at all. Sorsha is the closest, because at least Fire Genasi are a little bit human. Never mind, not terrible. Azaka is still pretty grossed out. It was probably, could have been someone she knew. She doesn't know. Anyway, inside of it, you find 6 onyx gemstones, a spell scroll of comprehend languages, and 10 adamantine ingots, worth 10 gold pieces each, stamped with dwarven runes.
Yeah, I already have that in my spell book.
I do not. I would love to.
What is comprehend language? Is that a second level?
It's first level, but it's also a ritual, which makes it.
It's a ritual, so once it's in your spell book, you
Yeah.
just don't need it.
Okay, you already have it.
I've already got it.
But the
I don't have that.
warlock doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, either way,
Not the warlock.
since Sorsha has it, we can both record it through various means.
That is true.
Yep, I forgot.
Oh, yeah. And let's see. 10 times 10 is 100. And Fultgrim obviously speaks Dwarvish. So Fultgrim, you will notice that these ingots are stamped with the dwarven mark of, it says Hrakamar. And you don't know what that is, but you know you know enough about dwarves that Hrakamar is probably where these ingots came from. So there is an adamantine mine around somewhere.
Azaka, where's Rockmar?
She does not know. I don't think. Well, she might know. Let's see. Let's
She
give her a
might know.
chance. It doesn't mean she knows everything. She hasn't been everywhere in Chult. She knows how to keep you alive. She does know, actually. It's a dwarven mine. It's... Oh, let's see. Oh, right. I need to look on the other map to see where Hrakamar is, because I don't know. And I can't just ask Azaka. I gotta actually look. Da, 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 da. It's pretty far, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's way down there. Okay. So on the player's map, it's just like, I don't know, but it's kind of down in this mountainous area here with the volcanoes. So, like, hey, why are you not pointing? It's not pinging. Hang on.
What mountainous area?
There we go. Okay. My ping was broken. There we go. It's right there. Ish.
Ah,
Somewhere up in
the
those mountains. Oh, do you all see a dot? You shouldn't see a dot.
yeah, but we see. I see a big volcano-looking thing, and is that another little volcano-looking thing?
Oh, the little red one? Yeah. That's a volcano.
Those are the dots I was talking about.
So somewhere in that mountain, the volcano mountains there's that's Rockamar. She's like, yeah, dwarves used to mine there. Probably still do. Oh, right, I was giving you money, because you want money. How many?
Yep. And
Maka
does
might
the
have scroll.
does the owl see any treasure down there too? By the way. Cave.
Oh, in the cave. Oh yeah, sorry, the owl does say something else down there. I forgot. It sees the bodies of 2 partially eaten people down there. And tells you one of them has a backpack.
Short rest, and then we march on downwards, I should say.
That sounds like a good idea.
As long as Sorsha is quick on the trigger with the feather fall, I am okay with that.
I will be ready.
Is there
Go down the.
anyone have any kind of spells that could widen this chimney?
We're going to go down this, which is nowhere near being thrown off of them.
Well, but Maka can't go down it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the problem we had last time was only part of the party getting to the battle. Oh well, we'll do what we do.
Let's see.
If I retract into my shell, could I be lowered down, like with ropes?
Well,
Some of us can go out the outside way. Maka can go the outside way.
As long as Sorsha is there.
Yeah, if anyone's going the outside way,
Well, you might want to tell people if somebody gets thrown off, everybody should jump off.
yes, I think that sort of needs to be the plan.
But did it look like we could all get to the bottom of the plateau from the outside without,
To
was there enough space?
to get to the
Not through the chimney, but from the outside. To get down
well,
to the
the cave is only like, uh, it's just kind of like underneath the lip of the plateau. You can climb down the cliff face, yeah. Then there's still like a 1,500 foot drop from the mouth of the cave to the ground below.
Okay, so if we miss our mark, trouble.
Right, and not enough room for all 6 of us to stand
Um,
in one spot. 7 of us to stand in one spot outside.
no, you can get down. Anyone can climb down. The cave itself, so I'm drawing it right here, is just a big empty space. It's got a couple of skeletons at the back that have been, well, they're not skeletons. They're just dead people that have been chewed on. Ignore the fact that they're wielding armor. That I was trying to grab just a broken skeleton, and now I see what it is closer. But they're not the living kind.
We couldn't all get down there at the same time. We had a problem last time because one person got up, and
Yeah.
then one person got up, and then we were all attacked.
Yeah. So if you're climbing down the side, I mean, yes, you could all climb down the side, in slightly different areas. You would just have to
Okay,
hope that nobody noticed you climbing down the sides and tried to peck you off the cliff. If you're going down the hole in the back, which I'll draw in now where it comes out, then you would have to go one at a time. Okay, so fine, it's a round hole because I pushed the wrong button. Now it's a square hole.
How'd you get 8 spells? Damn. That's expensive.
Oh, well, yeah, actually, in this season it is. I was like, what are you talking about? My warlock has a ton of spells. Oh, yeah.
He's not a warlock, he's a wizard. And they gotta spend boatloads of money on their spells.
Yeah. Well, some of them I managed to copy from another person.
You still have to spend a boatload of money to do that.
Not really. I mean, it's 50 gold per level. It's not that bad. Except in this season. Storm King's Thunder, it was easy.
In tier 1, it's a massive amount.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even start copying spells until tier 2, I guess, in Storm King's Thunder. And at that point, I already had, like, 1 billion gold, so...
Yeah, I'm trying to see if any of the ones in your spellbook are worth putting the gold on right now.
So yes, everyone can go down the front and be fine, or you can go down one at a time in the hole and hope they don't notice you. Oh, and how many did I say were in there? 8 were in there. Although probably
try the chimney.
It's getting kind of late, so we will run this next week. This encounter. I'll just put them on there so I remember how many there are.
So we're gonna rest?
Yeah, you're taking a short rest. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we gonna level up at the end of this? Are we gonna... If we get enough XP before the next session?
I mean, yeah, technically you can always level up in a session. It's more fun if you don't, but, I'm not going to stop you. Gosh, these Terrafolk, really, they don't understand large creatures in D&D. They're always like, 4 large creatures live in a 10 by 10 hut. I'm like, I don't think they do. I think you're bad at spaces. You don't understand how things fit into places. There, look, that's 8 Terrafolk crammed in this tiny little cave.
Okay, so how does recording the copying the spells work? Because I've never had to do that before.
Oh, so both people have to spend the downtime, and the copier has to spend the gold.
It's 2 hours per level, isn't it?
I don't remember how many hours per level it is. Oh yeah, and you all probably want your XP and stuff too. I can give you that. Oh, right. You have these things to divvy up. The Warhammer you can sell for half price if nobody wants it. And I'll put it in your gold if you want.
What Warhammer?
You found it somewhere. Oh, you found it on that guy in the toilet. It's just a regular Warhammer. It's not a magic one or anything.
Then we're just gonna sell it.
Anybody know how much a Warhammer costs?
5 gold. Sounds. Let me check.
Yeah, my player's handbook is upstairs, and I don't want to go get it.
Weapon table. Warhammer is actually 15 gold pieces.
Oh, there you go.
So, half of that.
So 7.5 gold pieces. So okay, plus 7.5. So you'll each get, wow, way more than I have earned in the entire Tomb of Annihilation book so far. Congratulations, you got 68.92 gold pieces
Is that per or total?
each.
Well, we got more than that last time.
You all are rolling in it
No,
compared to.
we got 62.5.
Oh,
We got
see,
close there.
it's getting Chult. It is full of riches. They don't lie. Okay, let's see. This is your. What is this number?
But
Why
not
do I have this
magical
number
items.
here?
I'm in for the rolling for the alchemy jug.
This number is your total XP per person. Right. Okay. Oh, right. Let me make sure I have the correct number of players. I do not. 2, 3, 4,
I am not going to win the alchemy jug with a 1.
No, that is right. Okay. 217.8. No, just 217.
I have no problems with that, Maka, because you can scribe it, use it in your
A small
ritual
number.
thing.
Oh, yes,
Oh!
I'm certainly happy with
That's why that's a small number. I did not put the flesh golem or nanny poo poo on your.
yes,
So
I
it was only
speaking
just
aloud.
dinosaurs and goblins.
Hang on, let me put them in your XP real quick, and then I will tell you how much you get. So that is 1,800. I was like, this number is way too small. And
I just want to copy identify a lot of tough magic. I don't have enough money to copy four spells.
she was worth 700.
I think the only one I'll copy is Featherfall.
So 575 XP. That makes more sense. That is more than twice as much as I started to tell you were getting. There you go.
And one downtime day is like technically 8 hours, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can do multiple spell copying in one downtime day, depending upon the levels of the spells.
Hey, thanks for running the session. That was great.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. Alright, Alchemy Jug.
Yeah, I'm
She's
still
taking
short of leveling up, so
Me too, because these guys started at the base level 3.
Yeah.
Hey, take care, guys.
okay.
Okay, thanks. Did anyone besides Brown want the Alchemy Jug? I'm gonna take that as a no. And it looks like with a 1, you're taking an Alchemy Jug home. Congratulations.
Oh boy.
I got the one in our campaign. And I did no, that's the one that I rolled for. That everybody, there were like 3 of us rolling for it, and I rolled a 5. I rolled first, and everyone was like, "Ha ha!" And then they rolled a 3 and a 1, and I was like, "Yoink!" So yes, I got my alchemy jug on a roll of 5, and I got my ring of spell storing on a roll of a 7.
Spells?
That was from Storm King's Thunder, one of the epics. That was a different
Yeah.
character, but yeah, it was me and one other guy who cast spells. Oh, there were 2 guys who cast spells. One of them didn't want it, or he had too many magic items or whatever it was. So this other guy and I were rolling off, and I rolled a 7 first, and I was like, "Aw," and then he rolled like a 3 or a 4 or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, apparently the couple of times that I've had to roll for items, I've rolled really badly and still gotten the item. I've been very lucky with that.
Yep, I don't have any items yet, but I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I mean, an alchemy jug is. Well, I love them. I have always loved them. I think they're the best. I think they're super cool. I love them. I love decanters of endless water, all the little things like that. Yeah, what was it? The
So
spoon of
this
feeding.
edition, though, we can't flood the entire world with a decanter of endless water. anymore.
No.
Then it's not endless.
It is endless. It's just, flow limited. They put the little water saving limiter devices on them so it doesn't come out too much at once. But there's always more in there.
so they don't flood the entire world.
Exactly.
Well, if you leave it open long enough, it will.
Not in this edition.
Yeah. Sadly. I mean, I guess if water never evaporated, or you could do it very, very slowly, but probably there's lots of deserts and stuff to fill up. It would take a long time. And, yeah. You might be able to, after enough time, you might be able to affect the climate a little bit. Raise the temperature of the world. Melt the ice caps. Flood the world. There you go. You can do it. It just takes a little more effort. But yeah, I've been using my alchemy jug to great effect in Chult. Like I've used it several times since I picked it up. It's good for bargaining with people, you know, hey, you want a beer? It's good for drinking fresh water. It's good for feeding camps full of starving people with mayonnaise.
Alright, well, thanks for the session. I gotta head off.
Okay, thanks. I'll see you guys